It is 5 p.m. Let us get down to the down and dirty of the shenanigans. Hey. I am Story Slime. Welcome to Story Time with Story Slime. Like I said, I am the Story Slime. I'm glad to have you all here. I'm glad to be sharing some D&D shenanigans with you. And this story comes from our Discord. So, without further ado, we'll dive right into it now. This one's from Fantasy. She says, I wanted to share this story because to this day, it's one of my favorite ending outcomes for my characters. So, my friends and I were playing a smaller adventure, not quite a one-shot and not quite a full campaign, in an ancient Greece setting where we all played champions of specific Olympian gods and goddesses. I played a character that was a priest of Aphrodite named Aurea, and she was a cleric bard multiclass for max charming good guy points. Gotta love those bards. We were eventually set out to stop a soul that had escaped from Elysium, the lair of the underworld where the souls of the heroes and warriors go. It was the soul of a great fighter that had lost his sanity due to the constant fighting in Elysium, and he had never fought for glory, but instead fought for a woman that he loved who ended up in Asphodel, the lair where the majority of souls get sent to, and wanted to lash out at the mortal world for condemning him to eternity without his love, despite his heroic deeds, which I suppose could make some sense. After fights with minotaurs, centaurs, and chthonic cultists, we eventually confronted the lost hero's soul within the Temple of Styx. I figured it would be in character for Aurea to try her best to attempt to solve the lover's tragedy peacefully due to my connection with Aphrodite. Now, one thing to know about the souls of Asphodel is that they become shades and turn into shadow-like versions of their personality when they were alive. Now that's pretty interesting. I'm getting some D&D stories, some D&D ideas for plot. This is great. Through the hero's mad rantings, we had learned that whoever he'd loved was beautiful, kind, and outgoing. So Aurea pleaded with Sharon, the Styx boatman, to help her solve this peacefully. Eventually, she offered to give a portion of her own soul to make a shade which the fallen hero could love. He had gone so mad that he wouldn't be able to tell the difference between shades that are only representations of personalities anyway. Eventually, Sharon agreed and helped Aurea craft a shade to lure the hero back to Elysium. It's getting deep. The plan had worked, but had taken a portion of Aurea's soul because of it. And to craft the shade's personality and features, Aurea had to give up her own. To make the shade's kindness, Aurea sacrificed her love for those around her, flooding her head with thoughts that they would betray her. To make the shade's outgoing personality, Aurea gave up her own and grew afraid of the unknown. And to make the shade's beauty, she allowed her body and face to be permanently scarred all over. When the group went back to report to Olympus of our deeds, we were invited to a feast thrown by Dionysus. As the party was going on, each of us was given a chance to speak with our respective god. Aphrodite approached Aurea as she sat quietly at one end of the table. She had taken to hiding her face between a mask and covering her body in wrappings so no skin showed. Which makes sense. I mean, if you're scared of the world and are scarred completely, yeah, that completely makes sense. Aphrodite slowly calmed Aurea enough to get her to open up and learn what she had done in order to ease the tragedy of another. Aphrodite removed Aurea's mask and kissed her softly. Then she gave Aurea the option to stay on Olympus with her. Aurea took the offer and now stays on Olympus as one of Aphrodite's champions and advisor during trying times. Aphrodite is also the only one that knows what she looks like with all the covering off, if you catch my drift. Wink, nudge, wink. Wink, nudge, wink. But yeah, no, that's a... Oh, wait, hold on, there's a TLDR. TLDR, in an ancient Greek setting, a priestess of Aphrodite gives up a part of her soul in order to ease the pain of a heartbroken fallen warrior, and as a happy ending. Now, that is definitely a happy ending. That's a lot to go through as a character, especially over, yeah, right. Well, happy ending with quotes. Hold on, let me see if I can get my eyebrows to wiggle. Eyebrows wiggle. You know what? +2 to eyebrow wiggles for you for this story, because this is great. This is a good. I really enjoy happy endings. I enjoy here, and like it wasn't even one of those long okay, it's kind of well, no, okay, no, it's one of those that it feels that there's more depth to it. There's tragedy, but it also ends in a good way. If I hope that makes sense. Yeah. I feel that it was a really good outcome for this character. And if it was a character that I had played, especially being able to end up side by side with a goddess that my character worshipped, yeah, totally. I could totally see that being a thing that yeah, no, like I could talk for hours about a mud that I used to play, and the one or two or 8 or 10 times that I got to interact with the god that I worshipped, and I was stoked about it as a character, or for plot. Well, aside from it, I was noticed senpai, but it's great. It feels great. Oh, did they? Is it still okay? Do I still sound okay? Does everything still sound okay? As long as everything still sounds okay. More echoey. I'll be nicer to the video. I'll be a little bit more. I got adamant. I got excited about the thought of spending time with the deity of my character's worshipiness. No, that would be great. That feels like a really good ending, and I hope that the rest of the party. The deity in the mud that I was playing was Neros. Lord Neros. It took me years to even say his name out loud. Yeah, dude. No, it took me years to be able to say his name out loud without the Lord in front of it. Like, no. Oh man. Oh, I loved his the just the story there and the depth. Okay, so I had okay, this is completely we're rabbit trailing and I'm letting it happen. But I had a winged character in this mud that I played, and um the deity that I worshipped was the god of the sea, and it was not that big of a, or well, it wasn't a good thing that. Oh, what? Now see, now I'm jealous. The Neri, uh, that's hilarious. That sounds exactly like him. uh, Oh man, I need to figure out how to get chat to overlay properly on this, because this is great. This is great. You guys, this I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, but you're missing some great Twitch chat. So tune in to the Twitch for the next one of these when it happens. That way you don't miss out on this great uh, back and forth between us. But my character had wings, and at one point she she decided that she was going to cut them off in honor of her deity, because the deity that created her species was an enemy to the deity that she worshipped. But anyway, it became a thing. It was a big deal for her, and I never used fly again. I eventually changed my form entirely. Yeah. He was a. I okay. I enjoyed flying. I did. It was fun being able to fly, but I felt that because roleplay wise, it didn't make sense for me to be. Yeah. See, well, roleplay wise, it didn't make sense for me, or to me rather, that uh, that I worshipped him while also taking advantage of flight. It felt wrong. But that was my character. My character was very devoted. But yeah, I won't keep you guys too terribly long. Thank you so much for being here for the first showing of Storytime with Story Slime. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Please give a thumbs up or a like and subscribe and all that shenanigans. And I will see you all next time. We'll probably have some live Phasmophobia later where you can watch me get scared. So we'll see you all then. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all so much. You rock. Slime out!